Okay, so now we will be starting up with exercise 2.4. First question of exercise 2.4. Determine which polynomial has x plus 1 a factor. Means we have to determine whether x plus 1 is the factor of this polynomial or not. So simply by factor theorem, we can find out whether this is a this x plus 1 is a factor of this given polynomial px or not. How? So first step is we will be finding out what first we will write what is the polynomial given. Px is x cube plus of x square plus of x plus 1. We have to find out whether x plus 1 is a factor of the given polynomial. So first of all, we will find out the value of a. What is a? That is the 0 of the divisor polynomial. So x plus 1 equals to 0, x equals to minus 1. Now we will find out pa, that is p minus 1. If the value of p minus 1 is equal to 0, that means the remainder will be 0 and x plus 1 is the factor of the given polynomial px. Otherwise, it will not be the factor. So let us find out the value of p minus 1. So x cube will become cube of minus 1 plus of x square, that is square of minus 1 plus of minus 1 plus 1. Cube of minus 1 is minus 1. Square of minus 1 is plus 1. Again minus 1 and plus 1. So this is equal to plus 2 minus 2, that is 0. So since the value of p minus 1 is 0, we say that x plus 1, p minus 1 is 0 means remainder is 0. So if according to the factor theorem, if the value of, if a polynomial px is divided by x minus a and pa is equal to 0, then x minus a is the factor of the polynomial px. Since here the value of x minus a was x plus 1, so we will say that x plus 1 is the factor of the given polynomial px. Similarly, in the second part, polynomial px was given x power 4 plus x cube plus x square plus x plus 1, and we have to again find out the same, that is whether x plus 1 is the factor or not. So we will find out the 0 of this polynomial. X will be minus 1 only. Now we will be finding pa, that is p minus 1. So it will be minus 1 raised to the power 4 plus minus 1 cube plus minus 1 square. Simply we are substituting the value of x by minus 1. So plus of minus 1 plus of 1. So here it will be minus 1 raised to the power 4 will be plus 1. Minus 1 cube will be minus 1. Minus 1 square will be plus 1. Then this will be minus 1 and plus 1. So it will be, that will be plus 1, 2, 3. Plus 3 minus 2, that is equal to 1. So since the value of p minus 1 is not 0, since p minus 1 is not equal to 0, so we say that x plus 1 is not the factor of px, the given polynomial. Okay, understood? Simply factor theorem, if the value of pa is equal to 0 as in the first part, then the divisor x plus 1 is the factor, and if the value of p minus 1 or pa is not equal to 0, so x plus 1, that is the divisor, is not the factor of the polynomial px. In the third part also the polynomial is this. So we will first find out the value of a, that is x plus 1 equals to 0, that is, which implies that x equals to minus 1. No, we will find out the value of p minus 1. So it will be x power 4 become minus 1 raised to the power 4 plus of 3x cube, 3 times of minus 1 cube plus of 3x square, 3 times of minus 1 square plus of minus 1 plus 1. Okay, so minus 1 raised to the power 4 is plus 1, and minus 1 cube will be minus 1 times of 3 will be minus 3. Minus 1 square is plus 1 into 3 is plus 3, then minus 1, then plus 1. So here also we are getting plus 3 plus 1 plus 1, that is 5, minus 3 minus 1, that is minus 4. So value of p minus 1 is again coming out to be 1. That means p minus 1 is not equal to 0. So That means x plus 1 is not the factor of the given polynomial. X plus 1 is not the factor of x plus 1 is not factor of px, polynomial px. I hope it is clear now. Similarly, in part number 4 also we are given up with the polynomial px as x cube plus x square minus within bracket 2 plus under root 2x plus of root 2. So here also we need to test whether x plus 1 is the factor or not. So again we will find out the 0 of the divisor, that is x plus 1 equals to 0, x equals to minus 1. Now we will find out the value of p minus 1. It will be minus 1 cube plus of minus 1 square minus of within bracket 2 plus root 2 times of minus 1 plus of under root 2. So cube of minus 1 is minus 1 plus square of minus 1 is plus 1 minus within bracket minus 1, if we minus into minus will become plus 1 multiplied by 2 plus root 2 plus of root 2. So minus 1 and plus 1 is, and this 1 multiplied by this will be the same. So if I open the bracket, it will become plus 2 plus root 2 plus of root 2. So here it will be what? It will be minus 1 plus 1 will cancel out, and we will be getting 2 plus 2 root 2. So it will be minus 1 and plus 1 will cancel out, 2 plus 2 root 2, that is equal to 4 root 2. So p minus 1 is not equal to 0. So we say that x plus 1 is not the factor, is not factor. Actually there is one problem, I have mistaken. So if suppose fourth part, actually this question I have written wrong question, noted wrong question from the book, but if this is the questions, and accordingly this will be the answer. Now let's take what is the given question in the NCERT. So that question was x cube minus of x square. I have taken plus of x square, so I have, that's why the answer is not coming which is given in the NCERT. So you people don't get confused, that's why I am redoing this question with the minus sign. So again similarly, x plus 1 will be 0, x will be equal to minus 1, then p of minus 1 will be cube of minus 1 minus of minus 1 square minus of within bracket 2 plus under root 2 times of minus 1 plus of root 2. So cube of minus 1 will be minus 1, and minus 1 square will be plus 1 into minus will be minus 1, minus of minus into minus, that will be plus of 2 plus root 2 plus of root 2. So we will be writing as minus 1 is minus 2, and if we open the bracket it will be plus 2 plus of root 2 plus of root 2. So plus 2 and minus 2 will cancel out, plus root 2 and plus root 2 will be 2 root 2. So again in this case also the value of p minus 1 is not coming equal to 0. So x plus 1 is not the factor of the given polynomial. Okay, now we'll move to the next question, question number 2. Okay, question number 2, we have to use factor theorem to determine whether gx, that is the divisor, is the factor of px, that is dividend. So polynomial px is given and polynomial gx is given. We have to find out whether gx is factor of px or it is not the factor. Similar question, but the language is little different, but it is similar question. So we will be finding out the 0 of gx, that is 0 of the divisor, as we have done in the previous question also. So x plus 1 equals to 0, x will be equal to minus 1, and then we will be finding out PA, that is p minus 1. So p minus 1 will be 2 times of minus 1 cube plus of minus 1 square minus of 2 into minus 1 minus of 1. So minus 1 cube is minus 1 times of 2 will be minus of 2, minus 1 square is plus 1 into plus will be plus 1, and minus into minus will be plus 2 ones are 2 minus of 1. So here it will be 2 plus 1 3, 3 minus 3, that is equals to 0. So we are getting the value of p minus 1 as 0. So if p minus 1 is 0, that means the x plus 1 or gx is the factor of the polynomial px. Gx is factor of polynomial px. Okay, understood? Second part, px is given x cube plus of 3x square plus 3x plus 1, and gx is given x plus 2. Now again we have to find out the 0 of the divisor polynomial gx, that is x plus 2 equals to 0, x equals to minus 2. Now we will find out p of minus 2, that is polynomial px at x equals to minus 2. So it will be minus 2 cube, since replacing the value of x as minus 2, plus of 3 times of minus 2 square plus of 3 times of minus 2 plus of 1. Cube of minus 2 will be minus of 8 plus minus 2 square will be plus 4, plus 4 times of 3 will be plus of 12, and plus into minus is minus 3 times of 2 is 6 plus 1. So it will be plus 12 plus 1 is plus 13, and 8 plus 6 is 14. So 13 minus 14. So we are getting the value of p minus 2 as minus 1. So since we are having value of p minus 2 is not equal to 0, so gx therefore is not the factor of px. Okay, understood? Okay, similarly part number 3, that is polynomial px is equal to x cube minus of 4x square plus x plus 6, and gx is x minus 3. So again we will find out 0 of polynomial gx. So x minus 3 equals to 0, that is x equals to plus 3. Now we will be finding out the value of p3. P3 will be x cube will become 3 or cube of 3 minus 4 times of x square will become minus 4 times of 3 square plus x become plus of 3 plus of 6. So cube of 3 is 27 minus of 3 square is 9, 9 times of 4 is 36 plus of 3 plus of 6. So 27 plus 3 is 30 plus 6 36, 36 minus of 36. So we are getting the value of P3 equals to 0. Since the value of P3 is 0, we say that Gx or the divisor is the factor of polynomial Px. So I suppose now the factor theorem must be clear to you. Now we will be moving to question number 3. Okay, so question number 1 and question number 2 is based on factor theorem first statement. Remember we have studied two statements of factor theorem. In the first statement it was given, we have studied that if PA is equal to 0, then x minus a is the factor of px. So it on that we have done the question number 1 and question 2. Question 3 is based on the second statement of factor theorem, which is just the converse of the first statement. This statement, in this statement it is saying that if x minus a is the factor of px, then pa will be equal to 0. Like here it is given that x minus 1 is the factor of px, then the value of pa will be equal to 0. So if the value of px is given, that is x square plus of x plus of k, and it is also given that x minus 1 is a factor, then the value of pa will be 0. So first step will remain the same, that is we have to find out what is the 0 of the polynomial gx, that is 0 of the divisor, that is x minus 1. So we will write x minus 1 equals to 0, x equals to 1. So 1 is the 0 of the polynomial. So if x minus 1 is x minus 1 is factor of px, that means that 1 is the 0 of the polynomial and x minus and the remainder will be 0. And what is remainder? Remainder will be PA, that is P1 will be equals to 0. I have told you the second statement of the this factor theorem, that if x minus a is the factor of polynomial px, then pa will be equals to 0. Here, since the value of a is 1, so we say that if x minus 1 is the factor of px, then p1 should be equals to 0. Now we will first calculate the value of p1. So p1 will be what here? X square will be square of 1, plus of x will be plus of 1 plus of k. So 1 square is 1 plus of 1 plus of k, and since we have already shown here that x minus 1 is factor, so p1 is 0. So in place of p1 I am writing at 0. So we can say that 0 will be equals to 2 plus k, or k is equal to minus 2. 0 will be equals to 2 plus k, or k equals to minus 2. So like this we will be doing this question. Okay. Similarly, in the second part also, px is given 2x square plus kx plus root 2. So we will first calculate the value of 0 of x minus 1. So x minus 1 equals to 0, x will be equals to 1. And again we'll write the same statement of factor theorem, that if x minus 1 is the factor of px, then in that case the value of p1 will be equals to 0. So we will write p1 will be what? 2x square becomes 2 times of 1 square plus of k into 1 plus of root 2. So it will be 1 square is 1, 1 times of 2 is 2, plus of k into 1 will be k plus of root 2, and here p1 will be substituting the value of p1 as 0. So here it will be 2 plus root 2 plus k. So now if we substitute the value of 2 here, if we transpose, so we get minus of 2 minus of root 2, or if we take minus sign as common, it will be 2 plus root 2 equals to k. So the value of k is minus within bracket 2 plus root 2. So here px is given kx square minus of under root 2x plus of 1. So again same process, x minus 1 is given the divisor, so x minus 1 equals to 0, x equals to 1, and we will find out, if we will write the statement, if x minus 1 is factor, then px will be, that is p1 will be equals to 0. And what will be the value of p1 here? P1 will be k times of 1 square minus of under root 2 times of 1 plus of 1. So that will be k, and here p1 will be 0, k minus of root 2 plus 1. So on transposing we get minus root 2 becomes plus of root 2, and plus 1 become minus 1 equals to k. So the value of k is root 2 minus 1. Okay, here px is given kx square minus of 3x plus k. So we will write x minus 1 equals to 0, x will be equals to 1, and again we'll write the same statement, that if x minus 1 is factor of px, then we say that p1 will be equals to 0. So what will be p1? P1 will be equal to k into 1 square minus of 3 times of 1 plus of k, and it will be 0. K times of 1 square is k, minus of 3 times of 1 will be 3 plus of k. So it will be 0 equals to 2k minus 3. So 2k will be equals to plus 3. So k will be equals to 3 upon 2. Okay. Now we will be moving to question number 4, that is factorization. Factorize 12x square minus 7x plus 1 means we have to express this quadratic polynomial in the form of product of two factors. So we will be using splitting middle term. However, I have told you two methods of factorizing quadratic polynomial, that is splitting middle term and the factor theorem method. But I have told also that factorizing quadratic polynomial, it is very easy if we are doing by splitting middle term. So I will be telling you by splitting middle term method only. Okay, so here we will see what is the value of the product of A and C. Product of A and C is coming equal to 12 into 1, that is 12 only. Okay, and the value of B is minus 7. Value of B is minus 7. So we have to find out the factors of 12 such whose sum is equal to minus 7. So minus 7 can be written as minus within bracket 7, and 7, if we take out the factors of 12, 12 can be written as 3 into 4. 3 into 4 equals to 12. Okay, and if we minus sign out of the bracket, and if we add plus 3 and plus 4, we will be getting value as 7. So we can write it as 12 of x square minus sign outside the bracket 3 plus 4 times of x plus of 1. So we say that if we open it, we get 12x square minus of 3x minus of 4x plus 1. Now you can check also, minus 3 minus 4 is minus 7, and minus into minus will be plus. 3 4s are 12. So the product is coming equal to AC and the sum is coming equal to B. So now what we will do the grouping. In the first two term we will take common. What is the SCF of the first two term? That is coming out to be 3x. So 3x will be taken common here, so it will be 3 4s are 12, and x will be left minus of 1 here. If we take minus 1 outside the bracket, we get 4x minus of 1. Okay, minus 1 multiplied by plus of 4x will be minus of 4x, and minus 1 multiplied by minus of 1 will be plus of 1. Cross checked. Okay, so now in the first two term, 4x minus 1 is the common term, and the other term will be 3x minus 1. So these are the two factors. So that is, we can say that 12x square minus of 7x plus 1 can be expressed as the product of 4x minus 1 and 3x minus 1. Second part, we are having 2x square plus of 7x plus of 3. Again, if we see the value of AC, that is 2 into 3, that is 6. And if we find out the factors of 2 3 are 6, factors of 6 such that the sum will be equal to plus of 7. So 6 plus 1 is 7. Very simple. 6 plus 1 equals to 7, and 6 into 1 equals to 6. So product equals to AC, sum equals to B. So we can write it as 2x square within bracket 6 plus 1 times of x plus 3. So that is, sorry, plus sign. So 2x square plus of 6x plus of x plus of 3. Again common, we will take SCF of 2x square minus 6x. So what is the SCF? I think 2x is the SCF. So what is left? X plus of 3, and plus 1 will be taken here. It will also be x plus 3. So we get the value as x plus 3 and 2x plus 1. Hope it is clear. So we can write it as 2x square plus of 7x plus of 3 as expressed as the product of two factors x plus 3 and 2x plus 1. In the third part, 6x square plus 5x minus 6. So again, if we see what is AC, that is product of A and C, 6 into minus 6, that is minus of 36. So we have to find out the factors of minus 36 such that the sum equals to B. That is, B is given what? 5. So 36, if we find out the factor, that will be, if we take minus 36, if we write it as minus within bracket 36, so 36 can be written as 9 and 4. So 9 minus 4, yes. So this, sorry, 5. So if we write it as 5, B is 5. So 5 can be written as 9 minus 4. Okay, so 9 minus 4 is 5, and 9 into minus 4 is minus of 36. That means the factors will be plus 9 and minus 4. So we'll write here 6x square plus within bracket 5 can be written as 9 minus 4 of x minus 6. So here 6 will be 6x square plus of 9x minus of 4x minus of 6. Again, what is common between 6x square and 9x? I think 3x is the common factor. So 3x will be taken and it will be left as 3 2s are 6. So 2x will be left, and in this will be left 3. 3x times of 3 is plus of 9x. Here minus 4x. So obviously in the within the bracket will be 2x plus 3. So 2x multiplied by 2. So that means 2 will be here minus of 2. So if we might take out the common is minus 2, so what will be left? Plus of 2x, because minus 2 multiplied by 2x will be minus of 4x, and plus of 3, that is minus 2 multiplied by plus 3 will be minus of 6. So 2x plus 3 will be the common term, and the other factor will be 3x minus 2. That means we say that 6x square plus of 5x minus 6 can be written as the product of two factors, that is 2x plus 3 and 3x minus 2. Okay, so part number 4, 3x square minus of x minus of 4. So in this also very similar, we will see what is AC given. So the product of first and the third AC, that is A is given 3 and C is given minus 4. So AC is 3 times of minus 4, that is equal to minus of 12. Again same thing, we will find out the factors of minus 12 such that the sum will be equal to B. B is what? Minus 1. Since it is given minus 6, so the value of B is minus 1, and AC will be 3 times of minus 4, that is minus 12. So if we take minus 1, so minus sign outside the bracket, it can be written like this, and 4 3s are 12, so we can write minus within bracket 4 minus 3. So 3x square minus within bracket 4 minus 3 times of x minus of 4. So it will be 3x square minus of 4x, and minus into minus will be plus of 3x minus of 4. So if we can see that minus of 4 plus of 3 is minus of 1x, and minus of 4 multiplied by plus of 3 will be minus of 12, that is given. So here we can take what can be taken as common, x can be taken common from these two terms. So it will be 3x minus 4, and then again I will be taking plus 1 as common, so it will be 3x minus of 4. So what is left? 3x minus 4 again is the common terms, and will be common from both the terms, and x plus 1 is the other term. So we have got the two factors of the given quadratic polynomial 3x square minus x minus 4 as 3x minus 4, product of 3x minus 4 and x plus 1. So like this you can do the factorization of any other quadratic polynomial by the splitting middle term method. So with this we have ended question number 4. Now we will be moving to question number 5.